Okay. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, and we are coming back at you with another stream of Manny Boxing VR. We streamed this yesterday, and I kind of gave a first impressions thought, but after a little bit of thought and going back and watching my stream yesterday, I kind of have a little bit of a different opinion. My initial reaction was that Thrill of the Fight is still the best boxing game out there, and I would have rated this second, and Creed comes third. When all is said and done, that still may hold true, but I think this game would be closer to Thrill of the Fight more than I originally led you guys to believe, because the one thing that I was probably a little bit biased about was the core gameplay of this game. I felt like Thrill of the Fight probably had the better gameplay. I originally felt like it had the more realistic gameplay, but I kind of changed my stance on that a little bit. So I'm going to choose a single player fight, because the multiplayer is still dead. There's just nobody fighting there. No way around it. Which is a shame, because from what I'm seeing, the online part of this might have been done right. So let's get into a fight. I guess the one thing that I'll start with is, hold on, let me back up. Oh shoot, I killed the game. Didn't mean to do that. And actually, that was going to lead to one of my first complaints of the game. So this is by Apnori, a South Korean company. Okay, so the first thing that I was going to criticize in this game is that the settings doesn't really seem to be much for settings. That's what you got right there for settings. The effect, and I don't mean sound. I don't know if that means sound effects or visual effects. But then you got BGM, which I assume is background music, because when I turned that off, that killed the music, which I thought was kind of corny. Listen. Basically a knockoff version of Thrill of the Fight. Let's get a chat popped out. Which I wasn't thinking at the moment. And we will put this right here. So yeah, to start off with, the settings is very limited. So no gameplay settings, no audio, no well, I guess audio right there, no visual settings. So one of the things that bugs me about the lack of setting features is that it doesn't appear that you can set the difficulty of your opponents. Whereas with Thrill of the Fight, to put it in a simpler term, you go through the gauntlet of fighters on the normal or the easy level, and then you come back and do it again. Then you can opt to raise the difficulty of each opponent. You can raise it to the next level. So if you start out easy, you go through the gauntlet in easy. The next time you can go through the gauntlet in normal. The next time after that, you can go hard, and then after that, you can go expert. But at least there's some form of level increase, opponent difficulty increase by way of progression. So that doesn't appear to have that. And then I would say getting into the core gameplay itself of actually fighting. I'll try to explain this as I go along, but I'm definitely going to do a real fight here in a second. So this guy was too easy. So I mean, I beat Manny by decision. From what I understand, you basically can't knock him out. The other thing that bothered me about this game was the amount of rounds you fight. It appears that this game limits you to 3 rounds, because this guy right here, I knocked him out in the first round. I think I knocked him out like within the first minute. And then when I fought Manny, it went the distance, and it was a 3-round fight. So I wish they would include that to give you the ability to choose how many rounds you want to fight. In the case of Thrill of the Fight, as you progress the opponent difficulty, the amount of rounds will go up. It'll start at 3, then 4, then 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then I think you also have the option to customize the fight in terms of how many rounds you want it to be and that kind of stuff. So, I'd like them to put that in here. So this is just constructive criticism of the game, because after initially playing this game, I do like this game more than I originally thought, and I'm just lending out some constructive criticism of what I'd like to see of this game to make it better. So yeah, I'd like the ability to choose how many rounds I want to fight. So now that this fight's about to start, I will explain some of the things that I do like.
To the round of 16 ABO World Championship. In the red corner,
So they should give me some kind of introduction too.
Round one. Fight.
I like how he wants to touch gloves. One thing I'm noticing is, unless they're at the end of the punches, sometimes the tracking can, the hitbox can get a little bit, the hit detection can get a little bit suspect if you come in too close. The other thing I'd like to see is I'm standing right here, and I don't know if it gives you a minute or not. Nope, it doesn't.
Round two. Fight.
So I'd like to see them give you a minute rest in between rounds. All right. So, if you want to rest, I basically had to step out of the ring, step out of my play area, sorry. So I'm taking my own rest. And what I would like to see them do there, at least as far as single players, because I don't know how this works multiplayer. But I do need a break in between rounds. So I kind of feel like I'd like to see them start a 1 minute clock in between rounds, regardless of whether you're in your play area or not. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, I like that your opponent will move around. He'll come forward, he'll move backwards, he'll try to duck your punches, he'll move from side to side, he'll bob, he'll weave, he'll move his head around. So I do like that. Whereas Thrill of the Fight, the fighters come forward. If his hands are at his waist, pop him in the face, and when he brings his hands up, pop him in his body. And it's just that simple. In Thrill of the Fight, the fighters pretty much, other than blocking shots by pulling their hands up or down, your opponent really makes no effort to be defensive in terms of moving around, moving his head, trying to duck punches. The only time the opponent on Thrill of the Fight gets really defensive is when you're landing way too many shots. Then the opponent will try to lean his head back a little bit, or he might take a couple of steps back. So, whereas this fight, your opponent already comes at you with his head moving, stepping in, stepping out, head up and down. So that makes him a little bit, in addition to keep, having his hands up. So I think initially it's hard to land that first shot initially. But where I think the game is a little bit arcadey is that once you land that initial shot on the opponent, it becomes a lot easier to land a combination. So you guys saw earlier in this fight, I probably landed about a 10-punch combination, and he was basically just standing there stunned, taking all those shots. But I'm assuming that part of this is because I'm only picking a second level fighter. If I'm doing this, I don't think this would happen against Manny Pacquiao. So this is the third and final round. And so after this fight, I will fight Manny Pacquiao because his defense is better, he's quicker, he's smarter in the ring, and he hits a little bit harder. So I don't think I'm really going to try to knock this guy out because I'm going to try to save my strength for Manny. So I think other than the things I pointed out, and it's just constructive criticism, I still think this is a really good game, and I definitely think they're on to something with this game. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has streamed this game besides me. So I'll have to take a look on YouTube and see. If it turns out that I'm the only one that has streamed this game, maybe I'll send this. Maybe I'll attempt to send this stream to the developer, and they can maybe take a look at it and take some of the things that I say into consideration. And so, not to sound arrogant or narcissist or braggadocious, but with me being Floyd Mayweather's first cousin and coming from a boxing family, and I grew up around boxing, I definitely know a little something about boxing.
Final round. Fight.
Douglas Thompson, what's good? How you doing?
You win.
I'm going to fight Manny Pacquiao next, and that is going to be a very tough fight. So, another good thing that I do like about this fight, about this game, is that when you go throw a punch, if you leave your hand out there too long, the fighter will slip underneath that jab and counter. So I do like that. So I think also what I like to also see is them to add more fighters. So by having more fighters, you can add different characteristics to each fighter. This one's a power puncher. This one's got a glass jaw, but he's really quick, you know, and so forth. The ref should stop the fight. He was out on his feet. Good job. Well, it won't be so easy the next fight, because naturally, since this game is based on Manny Pacquiao, he's really tough. So by fighting Manny Pacquiao, I feel like I'm my cousin Floyd Mayweather, getting ready to have the super fight with Manny again. I'm getting ready to get paid $300 million.
Welcome to the ABO World Championship here at All-in-One Sports Plaza in Las Vegas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he's the senator from the Philippines and boxing's
Who's wearing Vibe trunks?
Division World Champion in history. Please welcome the one and only champion, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Round one. Fight.
Oh shit, I got knocked down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Fight.
All right, take a sit down here. Oh goodness. There was something else I wanted to mention that I forgot. Yeah, I got knocked down, Douglas. So I already lost the first round. So I gotta win the next 2 rounds just to pull off a draw. And I have to knock Manny down once to get a win. So in order to win this fight, either next round or 3rd round, I have to knock him down, and I have to win the other round on points. I beat him yesterday by decision.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, fucker! Damn! That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Fight.
Damn! Set me down with 2 jabs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Think he fell out. I think that's it.
6, 7, 8.
I got knocked out.
you lose.
Said I did some VR boxing and it's pretty cool. Really gets the body and heart working compared to other VR games. Yeah. So without a doubt, this game and Thriller Fight will give you an unbelievable workout. And I have to say at 55 years old, I don't have the stamina to do another fight tonight. And not have to move like that. Let's see what you're saying here. Thought you were getting the best of them on that one. Here, let me pull this in with me and grab a seat. Well, see, the thing about Manny is he's quick and he hits hard. And unlike Thriller to Fight, he moves around. He moves around and he throws punches from different angles. Whereas Thriller to Fight, the fighters don't move around like that. They'll just stand in front of you, either with their hands up or their hands down. And you just basically pick the open area. If their hands are down, jab to the face. If their hands are up, jab to the body. Damn, man, I thought you were like 30. No, I turned 55 last month. You know, I've mentioned that a number of times that I'm Floyd Mayweather's first cousin. I'm 10 years older than him, and used to babysit him when his father was still fighting. So naturally, with boxing being in my blood, you would think that I would definitely want to try out this game in particular. Like those boxing VR games, I don't care for that. Because it's like a boxing version of Beat Saber or something. So I really don't care for that. I want a boxing game this immersive. It makes you think in the ring where you can't just spam punches. You know, you really got to think. And I think this game does that. You see by the way Manny moves around, it's harder to hit him. It's harder to land that initial shot. Yeah, you can land a combination here or there, but it's hard to finish him off. So, I would say the other two fighters that I fought, it was too easy. Manny is not easy. He is not easy to beat in this game. So, that being said, yeah, I'd like them to add more fighters, and you slowly work your way up to fighting Manny. Like I'd like to see them add maybe 3 more fighters. And hell, who knows? Maybe over time they can approach some other real life fighters and add them to this game. You know, maybe they can approach Juan Manuel Marquez and you think Rise to Glory, I think it's called. Yeah, I have Creed Rise to Glory. In fact, Douglas Thompson, are you on Twitter? I might have asked you this before. Because one of my funniest streams ever was on Creed. I was fighting one of my friends, and I mean, we were talking major trash. It was like about an hour and a half worth of fighting and trash talking. So, if you're on Twitter, shoot me your Twitter, and I'll DM you a link to that stream if you want to have a good laugh. Because we were doing Creed on the PlayStation VR. So, man, oh man, oh man. So yeah, up until this game came along, Creed was the only online fighting game. So, oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention also. But I'm sure the developers are aware of this. Online is a desert. I'll show you guys. Right there, no leaderboard whatsoever. So nobody's been fighting. So get Mike Tyson on there. I'm not on Twitter. I'll check the stream though. You know what? I'm thinking. Actually, Douglas, if you could hang on for like 60 seconds, I'll pull up the fight and put a link in the chat right here and right now. So give me a second. Okay, so that's the link to the fight. You will laugh your ass off in that fight. Something else that I forgot to mention. Well, this is more or less explaining to people about boxing because what I'm about to show you guys right now, I never knew this until my cousin Floyd told me. So I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. And Floyd, he explained this to me during his fight with Arturo Gatti. So right here, you look at the gloves, and you see Pac-Man on the bottom. It looks like it says Pacquiao Pac-Man or something. So what happens is that while each fighter is getting their hands wrapped, somebody from the opponent's corner is present to watch that fighter get his hand wrapped. So when Floyd fought Arturo Gatti, my uncle Roger Mayweather was in the dressing room with Gotti, watching him get his hands wrapped to make sure that nothing funny was getting put in the game. And then at the same time, somebody from Arturo Gotti's corner, namely his trainer Buddy McGirt at the time, he was in the dressing room watching Floyd get his hands wrapped. So when both corners are satisfied that both fighters have gotten their hands wrapped legally with no funny shit, they sign off on the gloves. So like right now, on my gloves, you've got Manny Pacquiao's signature on my gloves, meaning that, so in actual boxing terms, somebody from his corner watched me get my hands wrapped. And once they were satisfied with what they saw, they signed off on the gloves. And so right there, his signature is right there on the gloves, meaning he signed off on it. I never knew that until Floyd told me that. And Floyd admitted that when he fought Arturo Gatti, that his hand breaks really easy. So for his fight with Gotti, he wanted to protect his hands. So they put a little more. I think they put a little more cotton underneath the wraps so it would cushion the blow. And Floyd thought that they were going to say something about it, but they didn't. They signed off on it. Space Dennison, what's up? So I'll do one more fight, but I don't know if I want to fight Manny again, because Manny forces you to move. So again, I know online is just dead. There's nothing there. And I got really good ping right there too, 38 milliseconds, 37. That's what I was gonna say. That was the other thing I meant to say to the devs, if they should happen to see this stream. If this is a PC only game, online will never get off the ground. Because I don't see a lot of people going out of their way to have $1,000, $1,500 PC plus $300 to $600 for a headset. Whereas if you put this game on the Oculus Quest and the upcoming Pico Neo 3, which are both standalone headsets that also double as PC headsets, then you can create an online community. Because like on Creed on the Oculus Quest, it's not hard to find a fight. Because, even if it's not that many people, you can still find a fight on the Oculus Quest. But Creed on PC, it's hard to find a fight. And then Creed on PlayStation VR, is this the thrill of the fight killer? It's not the thrill of the fight killer, but I think with a couple of things, if they did a couple of things to this fight, it's a legitimate contender to thrill of the fight. Because I like the core of this. I like the core of this game, and I like how the fighters move around. The thrill of the fight. I'm getting ready to do a fight. Hold on. Let me move the chat. Put that right there. So no, this isn't a thrill of the fight killer, but it is a thrill of the fight competitor. But it's definitely, in my opinion, it's definitely better than Creed. So I'll say this much about this game. I think this game is good enough that if they put it on the Oculus Quest, it would be the top boxing game on the Oculus Quest on the strength of the online multiplayer, because you will find a couple of people to fight on the Quest. But in terms of its core gameplay, I'm actually starting to like it a little bit more than Thrill of the Fight, because the opponents move around. So let's fight Dean this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round of 4 semi-final of the ABO World Championship. In the red corner, float like a dragonfly and sting like a hornet, the Dynamite Dean Forrester.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm supposed to be Manny.
Round 1.
Yeah.
Fight!
All right, I gotta take a second to catch my breath. So, again, coming back to the gameplay, you can't just spam punches because your opponent is actually moving around. He's stepping from side to side. He's dipping in and out. He's moving his head up and down. So you can't just go spamming shit all over the place. But on the other side of that, once you land a shot that makes him flick his head back, he's wide open for a combination, and then you can throw like a 10-punch combo, which I think is a little bit exaggerated. Maybe or a 3 or 4-punch combo. I mean, because when you catch him with that 10-punch combo, it's almost like a stun mode, and he just stands there and lets you beat the shit out of him. Combo? Yeah, but maybe like a 10-punch combo? I think it's overkill. So I think this was by design in an effort to make the game appeal to casuals, because the one thing you can do to break a casual's heart is show them that they cannot fight. So again, with Thrill of the Fight, you got a choice. The clock runs a minute in between each round, but if you don't want to wait, for that 1 minute, you can opt to immediately start the next round. In this case, in the case of this game, if you want to catch your breath, you got to step outside that play circle right there. If you choose to stay in the play circle, there's only going to be about a 20-second break in between rounds. So give me about 20 more seconds and I'll be ready to get back in there for the final round. So if you guys were paying attention, I had to pivot my body so I could keep the opponent in front of me so I can land clean shots. Now, I don't know if this game I don't know if you can do it with this game because of the limited play space that I have, but I do know with Thrill of the Fight, you can spin an opponent around. You can spin him around so you can make him face the opposite direction. You know, it's called ring generalship. Doing good, keep on it, all right? Let's do it. Final round.
Final round. Fight.
Damn, he dropped me. I was trying to get him out of there.
1, 2,
Because when you hit him with a body shot and he bends down,
5,
the opportunity is there for an uppercut.
7.
Fight! You win!
So, obviously this game doesn't use the 10-point must system. Because based on the 10-point must system, I should have won that fight. Let me see. I won the first round. I won the second round. That's 20 points. I got knocked down in the third. And see, with boxing, if you get knocked down, you automatically get a point taken away. And in some sense, you get 2 points taken away because of the knockdown. You get a point taken away from you for getting knocked down. And in all likelihood, they'll give the round to the person that knocked you down, making it a 10-8 round. So based on that score and based on those rules, I should have had 28 points and not 30. Even if the statistics show that I would have won that third round by way of punch count and punch accuracy, in all likelihood in real boxing, they would have gave the third round to him because he knocked me down. So it would have made it a 10-8 round for him. So actually, when you stop and look at it, this fight technically, based on that logic, this fight technically could have been declared a draw. I won the first 2 rounds. That makes it 20 for me and 18 for him because he received 9 points for losing the round. So it's a 10-9 round. So 20 for me, 18 for him through the first 2 rounds. Now, he knocks me down in the third round. Although I won that round, technically, you could declare that a 9-9 round. Or, depending on the judges, they would award the round to him 10-8. So based on that, this fight could have went a number of different directions with real life judges. Based on him knocking me down in the third round, if they would have given him the third round, this fight would have ended in a draw with the score being 28 apiece. Or if the judges take a point away from me for getting knocked down, but they still feel that I would have won the round, so instead of making it a 10-9 round, it would be a 9-9 round. So I would win that fight by majority decision. So other than adding a few more fighters to this game, all the stuff that I was giving constructive criticism on, I think could be fixed with a couple of minor tweaks. I think the only thing that might require them to do a lot of work is if they put this game on the Quest. If they put this game on the Quest, I don't think they'll be able to do crossplay because I think Creed has no crossplay between PC and Quest. So they would be 2 separate communities. So you got a great voice, by the way, my man. You could be an announcer. You have a very clear speaking pattern. Thank you so much. Especially as tired as I am. So, wait, I thought you won. I did win. So I won by decision. What I'm saying is that if this would have been a real life fight, according to the 10-point must system that exists in most boxing commissions across the country, the winner of the round gets 10 points, the loser gets 9. In the event of a knockdown, the person that got knocked down will have a point taken away from him. So if you get knocked down and the judges felt you were losing that round, it's going to be a 10-8 round against you. But if the judges feel that you were winning that round, but you happen to get knocked down, you would get 10 points for the win for winning the round, but you would get a point taken away from you for getting knocked down, and it would essentially make it a 9-9 round. So that round would basically be a push. So based on what I just explained to you, worst case scenario, this fight could have been a draw, or this fight could have been, I see, so you should have 28. That depends on the judges. If the judges think like when he knocked me down, if the judges feel he won the round, he would get a 10-8 round, and yes, I would have 28 instead of 30. But he knocked me down, but I still feel that I won the fight because if you look at the hit rate, I landed 73% of my punches, 73.5. I don't know what the attack NR is, but my defense rate was 53.2. So, yeah, 30 would be 3 perfect rounds technically, exactly. And they were not perfect rounds because I got knocked down. So, because I got knocked down in the third round, the best I could have done was got 9 points. So, as I was saying, even though he knocked me down, if the judges felt I won that third round, they would score it 9-9, and the round would be even. But if they feel that he won the round, it would be 10-8. It would be 10 points for him for winning the round. I would get 9 points for losing the round, and then they would take another point away from me because I got knocked down, essentially making it a 10-8 round. So again, depending on how the judges feel over who won the round. So again, if they feel that I won the round, it would be 9-9. If they felt that he won the round, it would be 10-8 in favor of him. So that being said, and there's no way he should have had a 21 for a score. There's absolutely no way. So he should have got a 9 for, he lost the first round, so he gets 9 for that. He lost the second round, he gets 9 for that. He's up to 18 points. Now the third round, when he knocked me down, if the judges felt he won that round, he gets 10 points, and it would make it 28 for him. And it would have been 28 for me, making the fight a draw. Or if they feel that even though he knocked me down, if they still feel that I won the round, it would be 9-9. So in that aspect, it would be 29 for me and 27 for him. But there is no way he should have had 21. So they definitely need to do something about that scoring system because most states across the country and even across the world use the 10-point must system. So based on the rules of the 10-point must system, the most he could have gotten was 28. The least he could have gotten was 27. So in my case, because I got knocked down, the most I could have gotten was 29. Or again, if they felt that he won the third round, I could have gotten 28. So he definitely was not going to win this fight. The best he could have hoped for was a draw. Just on the strength that I won the first 2 rounds, he had no chance of winning this fight by decision. The best he could have hoped for was a draw or knock me out. So that's why you see, trainers telling boxers, during the 12th round, they'll tell him, you're losing on the cards. You got to go out there and knock him out this round. So coming into the third round, the only way that he could have won this fight was he would have had to knock me out. So, all right. So, I think I'm gonna contact the developer and send a link to this stream to him and give him my thoughts. So, if the developers should happen to see this and they watch it all the way through, I want to point out one more time that I'm Floyd Mayweather's first cousin. I grew up around boxing. when I was a kid, my Uncle Roger trained me for a few months. So I don't have any official fights under my card, but I have sparred, you know, a few rounds when I was a kid. So, so yes, I do know a thing or two about boxing. So, so yeah. But with that being said, it's not trashing the game. It's constructive criticism. But because for the most part, I like the gameplay. I like that your opponent doesn't just sit still and just, you know, just stands here with his hands up or down and just let you, you know, peck him to death. You have to be selective with your punches, because your opponent is moving around side to side, in and out, head moving up and down, all the while with his hands in front of him. So in the case of when you fight Manny Pacquiao, it can be really difficult to land a shot. But at the same time, this is where I think they should add a difficulty level for the more advanced fighters, because I know enough about boxing that I can beat all of these fighters. Even though I got knocked out by Manny a little while ago, I beat him by decision yesterday. So I can beat every single one of these fighters. That being said, I think they need to add difficulty levels. I think they need to add novice for the people who don't know how to fight, a normal level or intermediate level for those who know how to fight a little bit, but want a little bit of a challenge, and then the advanced fighters that know how to fight. You said that ref's arms are tired. Get a shot of me holding my arm up next to him. Hey, but Yudo, you know, credit where it's due though. You fought a good fight. That used to be funny though, when I used to play Creed, when I used to get in people's face after the fight and talk major trash to them after the fight. Because I used to talk big shit in Creed. Most of the times I backed it up though. And that was one of the unfortunate things about Creed, was that they didn't keep track of your record. You know, they should have had, they should have allowed you to keep track of your online record. So I think that's going to do it for me. I am tired, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, and it's time to address all of it. If I do come back with another stream tonight, in all likelihood it'll be ACC. I'm actually thinking about bringing back Live from Wakanda tomorrow and talk about the aftermath of the state of play that we saw yesterday. And after what I saw yesterday, I think it was a pretty good state of play, but I think the PS5 could very well be my last console. And if I decide to do a Live from Wakanda, we'll talk about it. Even if I don't do a Live from Wakanda, I could conceivably do a GT7 stream and talk about it during that. So basically GT7 would be running in the background while I explain why I could possibly be done with the PlayStation ecosystem after the PS5. So with that, I'm going to boogie on out of here. Have a good one, man. I gotta eat too and edit a video for tomorrow. All right, Douglas, I really, really appreciate you. I'm still watching your videos. So you're still coming across my timeline. I will definitely pop in the comments section and give you a what's up, all that good stuff. Space Dennison, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that too. With that, I'm going to go ahead and boogie on out of here. Until the next one, everybody, you guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. We'll see you all soon. Have a good one, everybody.